Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel.
Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Elizabeth. Liz is joining us today from San Antonio, Texas. She is an OG bitch, like day one. So we're doing her makeup today. And it took us it was a mess to get here. We'll get into that in the beginning of the video because I might have accidentally lost half of the footage when her face was done, but we just had to do eyes and lips. And then at every option, any piece of equipment I could knock over or forget to film or in any way mess up. Today was just not my day.
Not really.
But she's lived with me in the past, so she knows what I'm... Sometimes you have those days where you just want to go have dinner and you don't really want to, focus. Like, we started filming at 4 o'clock. It's almost 7.
Yeah.
So... if you want to see how we got here, make sure to keep on watching, and please don't forget to subscribe. I do upload 3 times a week, and that's going to be the best way to stay up to date on all the fun stuff I'm posting. So, if you want to see how we got this look here today, it's simple, it's elegant, and it's very Liz. It's neutral with a pop of lip. You know what? It took a long time.
It took
But honestly, it's a monochromatic gold smoky eye with a red lip. It's a basic staple in everybody's routine. So if you want to see how we got here and how convoluted it was, stay tuned. So I was going to play off that we started filming here and that this was already done and not acknowledge that I stepped on my power strip, which shut off my entire studio, and my camera did not save the first half of the footage.
Which you guys are really missing out because we're hilarious. But
we're amazing.
You really missed out because it's really funny to watch him fall.
It was more like a trippy stumble, but it's fine. I'm going to catch you guys up to speed though. So for the base, I started with 2 Farsali primers, and only one of them is in front of me. No, right here. So I started with the Liquid Glass from Farsali, which we concentrated on the outside of the face because she does have very combo skin. So wherever we want a little extra hydration, I went in with the Liquid Glass. And then I took the Liquid Powder, which is going to be a mattifying powder product, straight down the T-zone just so that we can make sure we are adding that mattification where we need to be matte. For the entire base, I used MVP from Beauty For Real, concealer for the under eyes, and then I blended out the tinted moisturizer on the perimeter. Liz typically does not go super full coverage, so I took the concealer where I wanted to counteract any coverage, and then I just used the tinted moisturizer everywhere else. I did set it down with the Milk Makeup Blurring Translucent Powder. I believe this one is in light. Yes, this is in light. Blur and set. And then for everything else we've done on the cheek so far, I used the Contour Studio Pro palette from BH. I took the banana shade on her under eyes, and I mixed a few of these darker ones for contour.
I'm sorry, I'm just thinking about you falling again.
It's not that funny. I mean, it's a little funny. I'll take it. And then at this point, I'm taking my Hourglass Unlocked palette with a little bit of the 2 blush tones mixed together, just to blush up the cheeks a little bit. She's thinking about me falling again.
I know you're going to tell me something else.
I
can't wait to tell Brandon.
He's going to really enjoy it. So, actually, this was in the part of the video that, we no longer have recorded. Brandon, Liz, and I used to live together a very, very long time ago.
But not that long.
Not so long, I care to admit. But I was on an internship program for school, and Liz was my boss. And at the end of the program, we moved in together. I actually started working for her a week and a half before I started dating Brandon. So
true.
Brandon and I were 5 minutes old.
It's true. To be fair, this is less weird than it sounds because we were in college, so it's kind of
yes,
your supervisor might be the same age as you or close to.
Yes. But I am going to grab a little bit more because I did it on camera already, but you know what happened. On the glowy areas, I'm going to use the Bretman Rock Wet n Wild Illuminating Setting Spray, and down the T-zone, I'm going to use the Smashbox Mattifying Setting Spray. That's what it was! I almost did it again.
He almost fell again.
I stepped out of frame to put my setting spray around the other side of the table. And that's when I stepped on it last time.
Don't do that.
I'm not going to.
Okay.
We're going to add a little highlight, and because you missed the base, we're going to just go extra on the eyes. So I'm going to take the Everglow wheel from Ofra and take the golden shade. And we're going to glow. Turn your head. I want to see how glowy that is. Damn, that's it.
We had to have a highlighter intervention for Brett.
That is only half true. The highlighter intervention was one comment of, Brett, you should tone it down. The intervention was like 4 videos in. She called me and she's like, so, why don't you ever put foundation on your ears? And I'm like, what? She's like, go watch your last video. And my ears look bright red. And ever since then, I have to put foundation or at least a tinted powder on my ears. Because she was like, just look at your ears. And now I can't not look at my ears.
But that was like, that sound, okay, whatever.
That was helpful.
Sounds mean, but also, yeah.
It happens. I am going to take a tiny bit of the lighter one, just on the highest points. Because I want to make sure that this really pops, because I don't get to put her in like over-the-top makeup too often. So if I can Brettify it as much as possible, I'm gonna. And if we look like streetwalkers at the end of the day,
we've done our job.
We absolutely.
We didn't say what he was my intern at.
It was a vegan vegetarian kitchen.
Hi, Mom.
Hey, girls. How you do? Alright, so we're going to go into eyes. I'm not doing a brow, but she is very fair with super light skin and a structured brow already. So I think going in with anything more than a clear brow gel is just going to get a little overpowering. Instead, we're going to jump into eyes, and I think we're going to go with a bold lip today, because that's her MO, is going in with a super bold lip.
Any color, all colors.
Black, blue, green, yellow. Yellow. I've never seen you in a yellow lip.
Gold, yes. Yellow, I don't have.
Noted. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just pop off camera for a quick second just to confirm the color palette I want to use, and we'll be right back. This is not my day for technology. We're going to be using the Latte palette from Dominique Cosmetics. This is actually the Latte 2. I already started by taking Blonde Roast in her crease, which I did not realize I was not recording for.
We're just really good at this.
We are. It is a little less mustard on the eyes. It's coming out a little bit more of like a marigold, like orangey, almost mac and cheese gold. That's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just not the vibe I was going for.
That sounds good.
Mac and cheese does sound good. I am going to take a little bit of café con leche. And just kind of blend it out. And then I'm going to go right into Coffee Beans, the True Brown, and we're going to add a little bit of definition right to the outer portion of the eye and build that up into the crease. Good job. So when we throw on that shimmer shade, it's definitely going to not look like she got punched in the eye. But if she talks about me falling again, we gonna talk. I would not want to fight her because she would win.
It's true.
I didn't run a half marathon yesterday.
Almost better than the hot tub jet spraying you in the face 2 days ago.
Oh my god. So we were, tell them.
Alright, so we were staying in South Beach and we had this hot tub that had to be filled on our rooftop deck. Look at us, we sound cool.
We're bougie.
Uh-huh. And so Brett's filling it and he turns on the jets, but he thinks that it goes off, low, high.
No, I think it's on, off. I don't realize that after it's on, it'll go high before you turn it off.
So the hot tub was half full and he turns the jets on high by mistake while he's sitting right next to it. And they shoot him right in the face.
You gotta keep in mind, you guys see me on a regular basis. I try not to take myself too seriously because when I was much younger, especially like when we were living together, I took myself way too seriously. So now it's at the point where any opportunity for Brandon and Liz to be like, hey Brett, guess what you did?
I think it would have been equally funny for any of us.
It totally would have been. But because it was me, like
it was awesome.
You guys are the worst. Going into a little more cafe con leche, that pink shade. We're just going to soften the edges. Because her eyes are a little more sensitive, I'm going to do a little bit of shadow, drop shadow to smoke out the lower lash line, but a very small amount, and I am not going in with any liner. And for those of you who would think to do it, please avoid yellows on your lower lash line. It will look like you have jaundice. We're not going to do that today. That is not a vibe. There's going to be that shady comment, like, use all the fun colors on you, and then you put her in a basic-ass color. She wants a bold lip. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into the banana color from earlier, and I'm going to take a little bit of that, just to clean up the lower lash line, re-intensify it. That's something, if you find that you get that like smoked out lower lash line makes you look sick, going in with something like this to really like clean it up will kind of give you that smoked out look without it looking like you are ill. And then I am going to kind of mix these two shades right here. And you guys have seen me do this before. I'll take a lighter, almost like skin-toned color and blend the top of the eye just to soften it so that it doesn't look like if it gets too dark or it looks like it's too intense. That's just what you're going to do to kind of pull it all together.
And one thing you guys don't know about Brett is that he hates bananas.
I do. I hate bananas. I cannot eat them. I cannot be in the room when someone's eating them at all.
And so it's funny that he's using a color called banana, and he's never going to live it down.
For years, I didn't let Brandon bring bananas into the house because I was like, no. And now it's like, get it away from me, but it can come in.
When you were in either Italy or Israel, I went and bought Brandon like a full bunch of bananas as a present because we all lived together. And he was so happy. But then we were like, take out the trash, she's coming home.
That does not surprise me, but I did not know that.
No.
Okay. What are you thinking so far?
It's darker than I would normally do.
Okay.
I wish that the marigold popped more.
Do you want more of that yellow in there? We can do that. And do remember, guys, makeup is a process. Communicate, like if you're doing somebody else's makeup, ask them what they like. But also, if someone's doing your makeup, give it a second for things to happen before you're like, I hate it. Like, it's not going to look how it's going to look till it's done. What do you think of the difference between the two?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you guys can see on camera, but this one, it's subtle. But by taking a little bit more of that marigold shade onto the outer corner and blending it up into the crease, it's just kind of making that bronze look a little bit more golden. All right, so we are going to highlight before we do that. So I'm going to take that same highlighter shade we did, and I'm going to press that over the inner portion of the lid. That's just going to lighten it up a little and make it a little bit less monochromatic.
It sounds like somebody fell down the stairs. We should live that. We should check on them.
I don't think we're recording, so it's fine. We have no more location. I'm taking Legend, the liquid shadow from Lady Gaga's House Labs, and I'm going to take a little bit of this. Keep your eye closed because this is a liquid. And I'm just going to really pack this on the very lower center part of the lid. So we're going to go throw on some mascara and then tie it all up, and we'll be right back. And we're recording!
We got that one! You okay?
I'm good.
Should I wait too long to ask that?
I think you waited an appropriate amount of time to ask that for someone who has now knocked over 4 pieces of equipment.
Uh-huh.
Okay, what I'm going to do now, it is a little amusing. All right, I am going to, we're losing our natural light. That's why I always film during the day.
That might be why it got like harsher and harsher as the day went on.
I'm going to take the excuse, even though that's probably...
I'm very fair, and most people are not used to...
So this is the shade LA Woman. She's a woman from Tom Ford. Open.
We really haven't done the Florida water recreation scene justice.
Who are you?
Who would say that?
No one.
Why did I talk about the Florida recreation?
I don't know. I look up so I can.
Sponsored by.
Sponsored by the Florida Humanitarian.
No, it was
sponsored by the Sharks.
Florida alligators.
Alright, so we're gonna go and do the hair sprucing and the touching up of us tearing from laughing, and we'll be back.
Bye.
So this is the finished look. It took us 2-ish hours to get here because
Brett fell twice?
I fell twice. I knocked over 2 pieces of equipment. I shut everything off and lost half the footage.
I cried, you cried.
While I
From
was
laughter.
laughing, I drew her lip line like all the way outside of her lip. Had to throw concealer on the
Chin.
entire chin area. More touch-ups than anyone needed.
So hungry.
Me too. But I'm happy with where this turned out, and we are ready to go grab dinner because Brandon's finally out of work. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.
I feel like the person that says Florida water recreation is also the person that says, "Can I speak to your manager?"
That's you.
I'm Karen.
You are
Hi,
Karen.
guys.